Hey guys, what's going on? Bowls here. So on the screen you're actually going to see some Black Ops 4 gameplay, and this is actually a game that I played last night, and I'm just using the fit mode in order to actually get this gameplay, so that's why it looks a little bit different, but the people's health bar is slightly different, but it's still the same gameplay. Now there is actually a reason why I'm using this gameplay. It's not in particularly the best I've ever been. I certainly died more than I should have done, but the reason I'm using it is all because of the XP. I did in fact get 60,000 XP this game alone, which is just absolutely insane, and that's because the past few days I've been trying loads of things out, trying to figure out the best way to get XP in Black Ops 4. The following is the list of things that I find the best ways to get XP. Starting with the first thing. The first thing you do when you jump into a game is pick your specialist. The specialist is actually such a big role as to getting XP. It's much more than you think. Now, yeah, using Ruin and Battery and all the rest of them are really fun, and you can get some cool kills and you can get some quad feeds with them. That's awesome. And yeah, fair enough, that will give you XP. However, using Recon and Crash, they're actually way better for getting XP than getting kills with the other ones. Now this is because, let's use Recon for example, because as he is the best specialist to use in my opinion for getting the most XP. Now this is why. The first thing you have is his R1 ability, which basically gives you the vision from the little circle that you see on the map. Now that is super useful, especially if you're playing game modes, such as like Domination or Hardpoint. If you put this little recon sight onto the Hardpoint, or say B spot on Domination, then all of the people that actually go in that area, you get XP for, but get the points for them entering in the area of vision. Now also, if you get a kill with an enemy standing in that area, that's also so much more XP for you. And finally, the biggest reason as to why Recon gives you the most XP is because of his specialist super ability, whatever you want to call it, and that's the total vision that you get. So basically what you want to do is when you activate and the screen goes red, you want to quickly spin around in a circle, and what that does is it tags every single person on the map, not just the people say within your vision through the map. And every person that you actually tag gets you XP. Now this cycles through 3 times, so if you spin the first time, wait for that to go down, and then activates again, quickly spin again, and you're tagging the people. And it's such a good way for getting XP. As well as that, it also helps you see where the enemies are so you can kill them. Again, giving you more XP because you're killing a visioned person. Now, as well as Recon, Crash is also amazing because he has the assault packs, and again, every person that picks up the assault packs, you actually get XP for, and then every kill that you get while you have your assault pack on, you get bonus XP for. Now if you do get shot and the assault pack obviously gets one off of you, even if you are still alive, you won't regen that assault pack without putting it on again, but that can only be done in a new life. So you have to bear in mind, if you want to get the bonus XP from wearing the assault pack, you have to kind of play a little bit slower paced and pick people off without taking damage yourself. So using the support specialist is actually the best way on getting more XP. Now as a specialist is the first thing you do when you load into a game. The second thing you do is obviously pick a gun. Now guns play such a big role in actually the XP that you get in a game, and that's for many reasons. So the first thing you want to do is obviously use a gun that you're comfortable with. Now that's obviously obvious, you're going to use a gun that you feel comfortable with, but a lot of YouTubers actually use a tip that, oh, use more weapons, use loads of weapons, like use snipers if you don't use them, use LMGs, because you get XP through unlocking the attachments for the weapon. And while that's a good tip, yes, I don't entirely agree with that, because what I've found is that even though I try using these guns, it's slower for me to unlock the attachments because I can't actually use them as well as I can, say, the assault rifles, which is what I'm strongest with. Now my favourite gun in the game is actually the Rampart, and I got that in gold, and it's obviously fully max level. So what you want to do with that is actually prestige the gun, and then you obviously lose all the attachments again, and where I'm obviously good with the gun, better than I am say with a sniper or an LMG, I can use that and unlock all the attachments again, i.e. getting more XP. What I recommend you doing is pick, say, your top 4, 5, maybe just all the assault rifles, or say a couple of submachine guns if that's what you prefer using, because they have just actually had a buff in the game as well. Then use those, get them max level. As soon as they get that max level, prestige it, do it again, prestige it, and that is the best way, that's the best tip I can give you for getting XP with the weapons that you use. Now, as well as that, I know it sounds stupid, but on all of my classes, what I actually am rocking is the rocket launcher, and that's because, one, I do eventually, probably won't happen till the end of the game, want to get the dark matter camo, and it's a pretty big ask for me because I don't play the game nowhere near as much as I should because of time constraints. But anyway, using this rocket launcher, you obviously shoot up and you kill the score streaks, which is pretty regular in every single game. You use it about 2 to 3 times on average in every game, killing UAVs, counters, or the choppers, and it's actually really good because you only need to kill 5 and then you get your first camo, i.e. XP, and then you get 10 and etc, all of them. So I do recommend you actually use that and try and equip it and get rid of, say, one attachment, or if you're using a perk that you don't need, such as dexterity. I mean, yeah, it's great and it does come in useful, but dexterity isn't going to give you XP. So if you are going for XP, try and equip the rocket launcher and shoot down them score streaks, and that will give you just a little bit of bonus XP. And moving on to the next thing, we're talking about shooting down the score streaks, but how about actually using them yourself? Now, score streaks are actually a great way of getting XP. They're probably one of the best, and that's because they have the potential of getting you a lot of kills, and obviously kills equal the medals, and medals is a whole nother thing that I'm going to talk about in a minute. Score streaks is such a good way of getting this XP, and here is the score streaks you want to use: UAV, counter UAV, and the chopper. Now, in my opinion, these are probably the best ones to go for XP, because obviously you're going to be calling in the UAV and the counter regularly, and every person that you kill or a teammate kills, you actually get that bonus XP while they are in use, which is super useful, obviously. However, if you are comfortable with playing without dying, then I do recommend you swapping the counter UAV for the strike team. I have been using the strike team quite a lot, and they are absolutely insane. So the strike team are basically 2 people that go around and they follow you and they get kills, and it's just insane. And as well as that, every kill that they get actually counts towards your ruthless, your nuclear, whatever you're aiming for, that will count. So it's really damn good, and it's a lot easier to get to an unstoppable, say, because obviously it's not just you using your gun, they're helping you too. Now, moving on to the final thing, I briefly said it, but it's medals. What you want to do is try and aim for these medals because they get you so much XP. Now, when I say medals, I mainly am aiming for the Bloodthirsty, the Merciless, the Relentless, the Ruthless. That's probably in the wrong order, but all of those ones. Those get you the most XP. Obviously, the Unstoppable is getting you the most. So that's why I was saying to use the Strike Team, because obviously they get you closer to the Unstoppable, and that will get you an insane amount of XP. However, in the game that you're actually seeing, I didn't really go on many long streaks. So what other medals do you get? It's all about getting headshots. They're a great way of getting XP, as well as just all the other medals that are in the game. So what I recommend is just, before you play, if you're not really sure on what medals are actually in the game, just read through the ones you've already got and kind of set yourself with aims to say you want to get 5 headshots per game. Say you want to get a certain score streak and work towards that, call in the score streak, and that will get you the medals. It's definitely a great aim to have, and where obviously it's kind of just a natural thing getting medals, it can also be an aim for you. So I feel like what you need to do is just set yourself this aim and go for it in order to get a bit more XP. But anyway, these are just my tips of getting more XP in Black Ops 4. If you have any others, then let me know in the comments down below. But I hope this has been useful to you. If it has, then please leave a like and subscribe to me for more of these videos. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.